Hey, Christy Mattoon from Mind Rewire here again. I am having myself a little Peter Frampton concert in my office today. Let me turn this down real quick. You know, sometimes you just gotta go do the old school. You gotta go do what makes you feel good, right? I wanted to share this because it just blew my mind. I had a period of time today with William Henery, and he's a great mentor and an amazing person in many different regards. And he reads tarot cards like the old school tarot cards. He has a word for it, and I never can remember what he calls them because I don't know much about the tarot. I do know that we don't have a lot of information on it or where it came from, but they can be pretty powerful. And so, you know, we talked for a minute about the state of the planet and things that are going on, and what I was, you know, worried about or thinking about or, you know, whatever. And he goes, well, you know, let's see if we can get some information. What question do you want to ask? And I said, what's going on in America? Where is America going? And he goes, you want to ask that question? I was like, I don't want to ask about me. I know about me. I know, you know, obviously you don't know to the nth degree, but I know what direction I'm headed. I know, you know, where I'm taking my little realm, right? My little realm of existence. And so he did his thing and did the cards, and it ended up coming up with the deck put out. I don't know how you even say that about these. The Sun card, a 9 of discs, a 9 of cups, a 7 of swords, and then the King of Cups, right? All in one. That was the one shuffle about what's going on in America, okay? And he just said, wow. And he kept saying, wow. He goes, I never see cards dealt like this. I never seen this. And the 9 of discs and the 9 of cups, like I said before, I don't know a ton about it, but what he said is those are wish cards. He goes, usually what they are, traditionally, is that the 9 of discs is traditionally a wish card around money. So coming into wealth, coming into great prosperity, a period of prosperity it could be. And then the 9 of cups is about happiness and desire. It's about emotional fulfillment. And he said those two typically don't come together with the Sun card, which is all about love and support, joy, happiness, and those kind of higher level emotions. And he was just like, that's interesting. And what we had been talking about is how, you know, we can either be going into a massive state of delusion and destruction rather quickly in this country, you know, with everything. It depends on who you're listening to that's going on. And then coming into a golden age, which is exactly what this represents. So the 7 of Swords is, he said sometimes it's considered self-sabotage, but what he was getting intuitively was that it's a what, he called it a watch your back Jack card, right? The 7 of Swords, watch your back, Jack. And he said it like that, and I was like, what did you just say? And he said, you know, in context to what's going on in America. And I was like, whoa, right? So that could be the impending war, the doom, right? Whatever, you know, CCP taking over and whatever is going on in this country right now. And some of it's just so hidden we don't know. And then, you know, all the good stuff. So we're coming into a golden age, which we talk about that a lot. So there's something where you better be watching out, right? The 7 of Swords card, and then all of a sudden we're in this period of light and this period of emotional fulfillment and prosperity, the golden age, right? And I said that to him. I said, what this means to me, I said that to him, and he goes, oh, wow. He goes, yeah. He goes, I can see how you can read it that way. And we kept talking about that for a minute, as far as, you know, how these things are going to play out. And nobody knows, right? I don't know, some people, you'll hear it on one side, just totally positive things, and there is nothing else. And I hope it works out like that. And the people who are taking care of the stuff that needs to be taken care of to get the rest of us to the golden age, right? The ones who are actually fighting the war, the ones that are actually in the trenches, the ones that are actually, in the ditches and in the underground tunnels and in all of these crazy places. He said it's like, William said this, he said it's kind of like a game of musical chairs, and he's like, this is the feeling that everybody seems to be having right now. It's this game of musical chairs, and you don't know when the music's about to stop. It's that feeling, right? We know America will never be the same again. This has to change. The world will never be the same again. It's not just us. This all has to change. But the intuition that will come from this into this golden age with most people, it's going to be so interesting to see how this plays out. The last card that I got, and I use the words the Great Reset, right? This is the Great Reset. And it's not going to reset the way the cabal thinks it's going to reset. I don't believe it's going to reset the way they're trying to make it reset. There's going to be some trials, and he pulled the seven of swords is what the card is called, the watch your back Jack card, right? And it usually is self-sabotage, but in this case it could be the sabotage of the country, which is what we're witnessing, is the sabotage of the country. And the Great Reset, he said, the King of Cups, right, is the king of cups. Like, this is the Trump. This is and I don't mean President Trump. I mean, it's the spirit coming back to the planet. It's the God coming back to the planet. It's Yeshua coming back to the planet. And however you look at that, however you sort that out in your mind, it is light. It is the peace coming back to the planet. And we've been taught, right, in the Christian world, that when everything comes crashing down and this earth is over, right, that Jesus will come back and he will sweep all of us up. All the righteous go into the heavens. But it also says the meek will inherit the earth. So it's kind of confusing. It's a little bit like, which is it, right? And what I'm understanding right now is that we are in Armageddon. Things are happening. Even if you know them or don't know it, things are happening. Things are about to shift even more, whether you know it or don't know it. And I hope it goes on that most people are kind of unaware, right? I don't want to say ignorant to the fact, but just unaware of all of the craziness that's happening. Because once you see some of this stuff, you can't unsee it. You can't unknow it. And when light comes back to the planet, we're going to shoot into this golden space. We're going to into this golden era. And to be in that, right, if you can keep, and this was what the whole point of this was, is if you can keep your focus on that, keep your focus on the golden age that we're coming into, keep your mind there, right, even while everything else is going on, right? The people who are fighting in the trenches and doing all of this hard work, I think we're going to see some of it. We're going to know some of it. You have to witness it and know it in order to say, oh, wow, this is where we came from and here we are now, right? As a people, as a country, right? As a world even. But as this changes and as everything moves along, if you can find the thing that you can focus on that will keep you in that place of peace, in that now moment, right here, right now, I am in the now moment, fighting the fight that's in front of me, even if the fight is a fight of peace. I am peace. I am going to stay in this peace no matter what happens around me. Does that make any sense? It's hard to put this into words, because when he was going through this, he was just like spitting stuff out and reading the cards the way he sees them. And the question was, what's going on in America? And then he laid this all down. That King of Cups is the return of the light to this world. And what I was saying before was, I think we've been taught wrong that all of the righteous will be swept up and taken away. I think all of the evil that's on the planet is what leaves the planet, and the meek shall inherit the earth, and that's us. So we get this planet back. We get to turn it back into the oasis that it should have been in the origin, right? Or that it was in the origin, that was taken from us. And the slavery that they keep talking about is the slavery, right? They twist it. It's a truth. It's a lie hidden in a truth. And they twist what they're talking about. And the slavery is the slavery that they have us all under. We are a slave to the system. We are a slave to their desires. We are a slave to make them money. Every single one of us, right? We are entrapped in this great lie. And to release the lie, you have to allow the light to come in and be a witness to that light, whatever that means to you and whatever that looks like to you, and keep your focus there. Keep your focus on that. Does that make sense? Because if I focus on the negative stuff, I get lost in it. The next question that we asked was, what do I need to do? Meaning me. And he said, I have this essence of duality, right? The male side, the female side. And the male side is in a cave with the key of life, right, sitting next to him. And the female side is holding the key of life to her chest at her heart space. And the question became, what is it you want? You have to get your heart focused, right? Which is what I work on all the time with people, is heart-centeredness, that heart coherence. And then focus on what you want to see, right? I want to see the golden age. I want to be here to participate in the golden age. So I'm going to keep my focus there, right? I keep my focus on that. I keep my focus on the return of the light to this plane, because it's been under darkness for a long time. We've just been under the guise of a lie, and our eyes have been cloaked and our ears have been covered, and we haven't seen any of it. We didn't, right? The people who did know it got mocked and got called names, and now all this stuff is coming out in the open. So, and then I also, on that last question, drew I guess he called it the hangman card. Hangman card. And he goes, it's as if you're just hanging around waiting. And I kept saying that to him. I just feel like I'm hanging around waiting. He goes, you are. That's exactly what we're all doing, right? We're all hanging around waiting. But while you're waiting, keep your focus. That's the only way you can handle this. While you're waiting, keep your focus. And your focus needs to be on the goodness that's yet to come, right? Keep your eyes on that focus. Keep your eyes on the light that's going to return to the planet. Keep your eyes on your spirit. Put your awareness inside your heart and find your own energy, your own spirit energy. I just did this with a lady literally just a few minutes ago, and then I turned this on and started making this recording. And we were working on her state of being from conception. So we do a path of negation back through time to conception, step a minute before conception, hang out in the spirit, right, of who you really are. You hang out in that energy so you can get to know yourself a little bit. And then we bring it back forward through conception and start talking to yourself in conception, right, while you're those little tiny cells that are devoid of pretty much any information. And the words that she was using were words like, you are powerful, you are beautiful, you are amazing, you can do anything, you're a gift to the world, you are special, you are light, right? You are pure joy, you are unconditional love, you are radiant peace. How wonderful is that? You are bold. You are the gratitude that completes. So she had gratitude and she didn't know how to word it. And what came out of my mouth was, you are the gratitude that completes. Gratitude is the energy of completion. Right? What happens if you're the gratitude that completes? What does that make you? That's amazing. You can be anything you want. You can have everything you want. If you are here, right now in that energy, I believe that's true. You can be, do, and have anything. If you are here. If you are fractured and you're half your energies in your past and the other parts in your future or somewhere else, you're all over the place, you're not going to get anywhere very quick. Right? You are infinite. Can you see yourself as infinite? She did. Crazy amazing. Crazy amazing. And then we lit up her chakra system, all the spectrums of color, from the reds to the oranges through the yellows, the different spectrums, right? Not just a dead red color and a dead orange color like you see in the pictures. It's a spectrum of vibrational color that ranges through the system, that creates a vibration and a sound, right? It's an overtone of all of these frequencies together that create this overtone that just sings. It's the hallelujah chorus. I don't even know. It's crazy to listen to when you actually tune in and hear it. Anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to share all that with you because I'm blown away and amazed. I am in awe. I am in awe. We are going places. This human race is going to be amazing at some point. I think we're amazing now. We just haven't witnessed our full potential. I think it's coming, and I think it's coming quicker than most people realize. Stay tuned. If you want to do a session, if you want to do what I just now talked about, let me know. Email me. And this is not for, I shouldn't even say that. I was going to say it's not for beginners. You have to have some kind of orientation into being on your path and the journey and some of the struggles that we go through. But I don't know that that's necessarily true. If you want to know more about this, email me at Christy@mindrewire.com. I bless you, I thank you, and I'll talk to you again soon.